Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. It is 3 o'clock on Thursday afternoon, June 24th, and it is not Thursday night stamp therapy, but we are going to do Thursday afternoon stamp therapy because I just wanted to jump on and share some projects with you tonight. Tonight we are doing our showcase for the Great Big Card Swap, and holy smokes, I need to move my camera up so you can see. Oh, let's see if I can do this. Move it up. Zoom out. Look at this box of cards. These are the ones that I still have to put in this spreadsheet. Look at all these cards. I will be sharing all of these cards from the Great Big Card Swap with you, plus whatever I go pick up at the post office tonight at 7:10 p.m. So come back for Thursday night stamp therapy. It's going to be the Great Big Card Swap Showcase. And because we're doing the Card Swap Showcase tonight, I wanted to jump on this afternoon and share some projects with you and do some actual stamping before I get to the projects. You guys, holy smokes, Stampin' Up! Doesn't always do this. This is one day only today. It ends at 11:59 Mountain Time tonight. Free shipping on all orders over $50 before tax and shipping. You can shop in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. Use that host code CSXAA9N6. You may have another host code, and that's fine. This one I just started today, so if you don't have a host code yet, use this one. Order in my store. You order $40 or more before tax and shipping, and you're going to get a free gift from me and a project kit at the end of the month. And then you'll also qualify for free shipping if you order 50 or more. So super exciting, and you can double dip. So if you're wanting to get any of the deals from the last chance list, now is the time. If you want to get any of your favorite retiring things, all your favorite designer papers and such, make sure to get them now with free shipping. Hello, it's such an amazing deal. I want to point out this is Mountain Time. So 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time is 10:59 p.m. Pacific time, and you get an extra hour, I guess, if you're Central and Eastern time. That's 1 a.m. Central time, 2 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're night owl and you want to stay up late and put your order in, just get it in early though. You don't want to you don't want to wait until the last minute. Yes, Tanya says she sent an order in quickly this morning. That's awesome. I did too. Right before lunch I got on and I got an order in. I stocked up on white cardstock and envelopes, all those kind of basic things. Heck yeah, free shipping. Anyway, so make sure you get your order in. Free shipping. We're gonna do card swap tonight. I have to show you, I've got 2 mail call things that aren't part of the card swap that I just wanted to show you. This is such an awesome card from Shannon West that she sent me to congratulate me on my $800,000 career milestone, and that was back in May. But I love this card, and I thought it was so fantastic. I don't think that Shannon is aware, but this card totally matches that color challenge. Remember, we talked about it last week. If you're in the Julie Stampin' Spot Share and Connect Facebook group, then you've seen that color challenge that was from last week. And this card is so perfect. But isn't this a great layout with the designer paper? I'm totally casing this card. Just wanted to show you that one from Shannon West. And this one, oh my gosh, Diane Adams, you are so amazing. This card arrived in the P.O. box with all the card swaps, and I could not believe it. There was a little note from Diane, and then I opened it up. Look at this fun little pop-up card. Oh my gosh, I'm totally gonna have to make this. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. Diane is so amazing. I'm trying to hide her address so I don't accidentally show it. Look, underneath this little Post-it, underneath this washi tape, it's the little bow tie from the Hey Birthday chick. Diane, you totally made my day. I feel so bad that you sent me your die, but I'm so excited to have the die back. I refuse to buy a brand new set. If you've been watching me, you know I lost my tiny little bow tie die. I have not been able to find it. I think it's gone forever, but now I have one Thanks to Diane. You're so amazing, Diane. Thank you so much. I will be sending you a very special card to say thank you for sending that to me. You just totally made my day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so today I had Stamp Club. I do Stamp Club once a month with my local stampers. So they come over, we make 3 projects, and so we had Stamp Club last night and we had Stamp Club today. And so I just wanted to jump on and show you some of the projects that we made. So we always make 3 projects, and I'm only going to show you 2 today because one of them is the project that I'm sharing on Sunday during Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. So I can't show you that one yet. You have to wait and come back on Sunday to see that. But I'm going to show you the other 2 cards. So the first one I wanted to show you. So I got this card swap from Betsy Kreider, and I love it so much. I recognized it though. Betsy likes to case the catalog just like I do. Do you recognize the layout? Betsy used some different colors, but used the same stamp set and created this card with the flirty flamingo and basic gray. I don't know which way I love it, but I didn't look at the catalog, and I came up with my own version using other designer paper and a little splash of color. So we got 3 different color variations here, same card layout. I love casing the catalog, and we talked about this a lot last week. So you can download the annual catalog sample recipe supply list, and it just has pictures of everything that's in the catalog and then a list of the supplies that are used. So if you're looking at this and you're trying to figure out like what dies are those, by the way, these dies are the hippo dies. See, like that's why you need the supply list. They're not called the hippo dies, but they go with the hippo dies. I'm going to show you really quick since I called them by the wrong name. They are right here. They are the hippo and friend dies. So these little different tag shapes, that's what they used here. And so that the supply list on the sample recipe document is going to tell you all of that kind of stuff. What ribbon they use, what colors they use, what dyes they use. So you can download this PDF. I'll put the link in the description again. I shared this last week, so you probably already have it. But just in case, it's juliedavison.com/downloads with a capital D /AC for annual catalog 2021_recipes with a capital R .PDF. I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out, and it's like 175 pages. So I didn't print out the whole thing. I just printed out a few pages. So it's a great document just to kind of have on your computer and look up when you when you just have a question about a project in the catalog. So this project, I'm going to just step you through it and walk through it really quick. And it was cased right here from the catalog and also inspired by Betsy's card. Thank you so much, Betsy. This Sweet Symmetry, gosh, I just love the colors and the stamp set. We made this card a week or 2 ago using the same stamp set, and the colors, they're just so bright and beautiful. And then I think we made this another time with the designer paper. So we've got this great suite, which includes the stamp set and the punch, and then also the Sweet Symmetry designer paper. I didn't get it out to show you today because I don't know, I didn't. But here are some different patterns. You can see nice small patterns so you can really cut apart and use on one sheet wonders like this. And then we've got this card here. So really bright, beautiful colors. Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Flirty Flamingo, Night of Navy, Just Jade. So let's step through this project. This is one that we made in Stamp Club today. So I just wanted to share because I still had everything out from Stamp Club. So I thought just before I put it away, I'll just jump on and walk you through the project. So I've got all the pieces cut here. I'm going to tell you some measurements, and I'll try to remember to put them in the video description as well. We're starting with just a regular card base. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored in half at 4 1/4. And then the card front here is 4 inches by 5 1/4. This is Bumblebee. I've got one the same size, 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. I've been really making an effort to stamp on the inside of my cards, right? To dress them up a little bit. So you can, it doesn't have to be fancy. I'm just going to put an extra flower. So I'm going to do a yellow flower and then use the stem. So the colors here are Bumblebee and Just Jade, which are in colors. These are the 2020 to 2022 in colors. And I just love them. They're just like really bold, bright, like basic colors. I don't mean basic in a bad way. I just mean like basic in a like primary color, like core colors that you need in your collection. So just Jade and Bumblebee. Okay, so this is going to go on the inside, and how did I use it out? Here it is. Let's just go ahead and glue that down. Now, I was trying to conserve paper. So I had a lot of people come for Stamp Club, more than usual this month, which was really exciting. I think everyone was just really ready to get back out there and stamp again. So we had a full house, and I had to prepare a lot of materials. And so I wanted to be able to conserve my paper. So I'm going to use Betsy's as an example here. The designer paper is longer, but I wanted to be able to get as many pieces as I could from one sheet of designer paper, which is 12 by 12. So I cut this to 3 inches by 4 inches. And then I'm just going to use my scissors to cut it in half. And it doesn't matter if it's straight. We're going to put one towards the top and one towards the bottom. And then we'll cover it up with the other piece. And you won't even know that it's not one long piece. So that's just a little tip to get your paper, like make it last. I'm not thinking of the word. Conserve your paper. So I'm going to go like a 1/4 inch from the top and a 1/4 inch from the bottom. And this just mimics the same design in the catalog. So the one thing about this supply list, it doesn't include all the measurements. It just gives you kind of an idea of some of the tips or techniques, and again, just more of like a supply list. So sometimes you have to guess on the measurements, and that's okay. It's an opportunity to kind of make it your own. Okay, so with this trio of flowers, I'm going to go, I don't want to clean my stamp, and for Stamp Club I did them all the same color so that I wouldn't have to clean the stamp. So I'm going to start in the center with the center flower, and then I'll be able to center from the center flower to the outside and center the other flower in between. This is going to be a lot easier than trying to start at one end and keep them spaced evenly. So start in the center and then stamp the outside ones. And so I would definitely stamp the flowers first, because then you'll get an idea of exactly where to put the stems and the leaves. So this leaf, it has kind of like a space, and so I know to kind of put that where the stem is. And following the design from the catalog, oh my gosh, did you hear the thunder? It's raining out like crazy. It's been raining all afternoon here in Illinois. So anyway, I was saying I'm just stamping twice to have 2 sets of leaves. Okay. Super, super easy. This piece is 2.5 inches by 4 1/4. And that fit perfectly across the card. Now, if you look at the catalog sample, oh, I think I lost the page, but let me open it back up again, because their white piece is a little bit bigger than this one. And so there's just like more white space. Let me show you here. You can kind of see, in fact, it looks like they even have one more row of leaves there. So there's a little bit more white space here. I like it the way it is. I used Betsy's measurements that she estimated. So again, like, it's not exactly the same. The measurements aren't totally, there, but it's close enough. This reminds me, one of the cards, let me pull it out. One of the cards for the Great Big Card Swap. This one came in from Bethany Stover. I just realized, look, she cased the catalog too. I love casing the catalog. This catalog has just got so many ideas, and it's so great to just be able to copy them. You don't have to be creative and come up with everything on your own. Lean on the catalog. That's exactly what it's here for. In fact, they used to call the catalog the idea book and catalog, because that's exactly what it is, an idea book. So love this card, Bethany. It looks like she changed the ribbon, she changed the sentiment, but much of it was the same. So, oh my gosh, such an awesome card. I'm telling you guys, the cards that I'm going to show you tonight for the Great Big Card Swap Showcase are so amazing. You guys really hit it out of the park, and I cannot wait to share them with you. I've got to organize them. I'm going to try to organize by like stamp set or Sweet, so that I can you know, kind of show you the product that they used, and then show you all the card ideas together, because there's a lot of cards to go through. So we're going to try to organize them as best as I can. All right. So when I cut the yellow piece, the Bumblebee, I should use the proper name. When I cut the Bumblebee piece for the background, I ended up with these extra little strips. So these are just like 1/2 inch. And I cut this one as 1/2 inch by 11 inches. And so that's what I'm using. These are just scraps for the Hey Friend, and that's going to go right here on the card. So let's add that with Stampin' Dimensionals. And then the one, if you watch me, you know, I'm obsessed with white baker's twine. Like it's just the perfect twine. It's the perfect thing to add like to every project. So if you haven't placed your order yet today with the free shipping, you need to make sure to add a package of that snail mail baker's twine. It's a roll of white and a roll of pink. And we do have white baker's twine in the annual catalog now. It's in a whole package with other neutral colors, but the roll is not as big as this. And this is 50% off. So it's like a no-brainer. So make sure you get yourself some snail mail twine. You won't regret it unless you hate twine, and then just don't bother because then you won't use it. I know sometimes I put twine in like a card packet, or I have it out for a class, and I've got a couple of people who are just like, nope, no thanks. You can have it right back. I don't want it. I think they have trouble tying bows, or just don't want to fuss with it. So that's fine if you're not a twine person. I am just definitely a twine person. So I'm do like a little bunny ears and tie my bow, and then I'm just going to trim the extra. I like to leave long tails on my bows. Oh, Carol, you're so funny. She says, you're too funny. I love your laugh. I'm so glad you guys love my laugh, because if my laugh was annoying, nobody would watch, because I laugh all the time. There's our finished card. I kind of feel like I would love this twine if it was like a different color. So you could take like your Stampin' blends and you could color and make that. I think I would do like Calypso Coral and color that. That would be really pretty to have a Calypso Coral. Oh my gosh. I just realized there's Calypso Coral twine in, I have this bucket with the cactus, what is it called? What is this? The cactus, the product medley from the annual catalog, not the annual catalog, the January through June mini catalog. It has Calypso Coral twine in it. Oh yeah. I'm going to just take a piece out, and we can see just exactly how awesome Calypso Coral twine would be. I feel like that is such a great pop of color. So, of course, my bow is off-centered. But you could get this same look by dyeing the baker's twine. So white is a good color of baker's twine to have, because you can make it any color with the Stampin' blends, or you could dye it with like re-inkers and, you know, dye a whole bunch of, oh my gosh, it's off-center because it's so small, and I keep undoing it because that looks better, a little more even. The one side was just too small, and it was driving me crazy because, like I said, I like long tails on my bows. Okay, let's just peel that off. It's got a glued on it. I'm just gonna save it for another project. What happened to our, here we go. Oh yes! In fact, I feel like it could even be thicker, like maybe two layers, but I love that little pop of color. And now I feel like I want to add some more pop of color. Let's grab, this is unplanned, but I really love these sequins. These are the Artistry Bloom sequins. And these were part of the free gift that I offered last month. If you ordered from May, then you got some of these in your packets. And I'm going to go all small ones. it just needs that pop of color, I think, right? Like that coral color. Is that too many? God, that's too many. Oh my God, I struggle sometimes so much. Oops, get off me. I'm going to do 3. We'll leave it like that. Okay, put that aside. Okay, so here is the one I made in Stamp Club. We stamped again, and then we fussy cut and put it on there, a Calypso Coral one. So I built in that color here. Hopefully there's not a glare. So do you like, tell me, do you like the 3 yellow flowers, or do you prefer to have one be the Calypso Coral? I did incorporate that Calypso Coral color with the twine and the sequins, so maybe that made up for it. I don't know. Tell me which one you like better, this or that. All yellow or 2 yellow and 1 coral. All right, leave a comment and let me know. I'm going to keep moving on and show you the next card. I'm really excited about this. I just ordered the peach bundle. This is a sweet as a peach. And so in the catalog, you can get designer paper, and there's these really cute jam jars. I think I've got them. I can show you. This paper is a 12 by 12. The colors are just gorgeous. We've got, Calypso Coral, Pale Papaya, Balmy Blue, Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz. And so I really haven't done much with this, but I've got some beautiful swap cards. And so I finally just broke down and bought it, and it just came this week. And so I wanted to play with it for Stamp Club. Let me show you some of these swap cards. So this one is by Angie Leach. And she used, I didn't even notice, there are blossoms, peach blossoms in this stamp set. So you've got the flowers, and then you can also use it with the little peaches. This one is by Natalie Travis, and she used the designer paper with the sentiment. That's those artistry bloom sequins again. This one I showed you last week from Lori Helvig with the designer paper. And then this one just came from Susan Stampfield. Susan Campfield. I read the back, and it says Sue Stampfield, like she must use that name in her business, so it threw me off. Susan Campfield. And then there were 2 cards from the Great Big Card Swap that came that used the peaches. So I just wanted to show you those 2 really quick. This one is by Julia Mazer, and oh my gosh, so beautiful. I just love the simplicity of the, stamped images across the white. And this one by Carla Endress, she used a little bit of the Pale Papaya ribbon, and she kind of cut this in half. So I sort of love that like shabby chic look. And there's those artistry bloom sequins again on both cards. Oh my gosh, I love those. If you don't have them, you need them. Put them on your order. Okay, so these are, I'm going to put them in the box because these are Great Big Card Swap showcase cards. Anyway, so I was inspired by like all of these cards to create a card for Stamp Club. So I also used this as inspiration, and I shared this a week or 2 ago on Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie. This is the Picture This dies. So there's 2 of them. There's one that does rectangles. There's one that does circles, and it's one die. That die cuts all 3 windows at the same time. It's really cool because both the frame and the inside, the tag that comes out, has the stitching on it. So you can use those. In fact, let me show you on the inside. I have one. Inside the card, you can see the tag itself has some stitching around it. So you can use the frame or the pieces inside of it. So I was inspired by this card and the swaps that I just showed you when I designed this card for Stamp Club. So this blue paper is a little bit different. This is from the Host Pattern Party designer paper pack, but it reminded me of the pattern that's in this peach paper. Okay, so there they are next to each other so you can see. So this is the Host Pattern Party, the one that's black and white on one side and color on the other. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, tune in for Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie this Sunday because we're sharing projects using this paper. But it reminded me of this paper. This is Pool Party. This is Balmy Blue, but it had the same kind of white dots. And so I didn't have enough of the peach paper for everyone at Stamp Club, but I did have enough of the host paper. So I used a piece of that instead of this one, but I was kind of going for that look from the paper. So the white frame and the designer paper are both 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. And then I die cut the frames from the white piece, and it's going to fit right over the designer paper. So this is a little bit different than I did for the Flourishing Flowers card, because for this one I have the designer paper go all the way to the edge, but that's 4 1/4, and so you don't get as many pieces from a 12 by 12 paper when you cut 4 1/4. So this one I could get more from the paper, and now instead we have a border of the cardstock color, the cardstock base around the card. So I kind of like that. We have the pop of the pattern, but we still have the same color. This is Pool Party card base. And then we're going to stamp some of the peaches and die cut them and arrange them on the card. So let's do that part. The colors I'm using, I picked right from the paper. So we've got Pale Papaya and Calypso Coral, and then Pear Pizzazz for the leaves. So I'm going to stamp them on this scrap paper and then cut them out with the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So you can get the coordinating dies with the peach set together. When you bundle a stamp set and the dies together, you save 10%. So if you're getting the stamp set and you like dies, then I highly recommend that you just get them all at the same time. Oh no, this was not my, hold on. I forgot to move over. Maybe it's in here. I do Stamp Club in my kitchen, which is just in the other room, and I bet that sponge dauber is still hanging out on a counter. Oh, no, it's right behind me on my shelf. Okay. I didn't quite put it all away yet. All right, so you're going to ink with the Pale Papaya, and before you stamp, use a sponge dauber, and then you can add some of the darker colors. So this is the Calypso Coral, and it's so fun to have, like, I don't know the right word, just the different, this sort of shaded, faded color. So we've got a little bit of the Pale Papaya, and then, because peaches aren't like naturally all one color, right? You usually have some different colors in there. So I love, love, love the way that turned out. Okay, so then I'm going to stamp Your As, which doesn't make much sense now, but it will make sense when we put the card together. So let's close up these ink pads, shove my stamps over, and we're going to do a magic of TV. I die cut these images using the coordinating peach dies. And you can see you've got some dies for the stamp images, and then also some detail dies, including a branch, some leaves, and some flowers. So I've got these die cut. Now, look at this. The die cuts, it's one die. I'm missing a peach. There it is. It's one die, but it cuts all 3 peaches separately. So you can see each of the peaches has a separate circle around the stamp image. So one die cuts out all 3 images, and then you'll adhere them separately on the project. So we've got this out of the way. There's our little banner that I almost lost another die. I found that in the box. It got away. So let me put that away before I lose it. And okay, so we're going to add the other part of the sentiment. So it says Your As, and then we're going to do Sweet as a Peach on the circle. So this is Pale Papaya cardstock. And there's my adhesive. We're going to just do a little adhesive under there. And this is going to go on the card using Stampin' Dimensionals. And then we're going to layer the peaches on top. So 1, 2, 3 under the circle. And our our branch, I'm kind of looking to see, some of this is going to overlap the circle. And so I don't need to add another Stampin' Dimensional there. So I want to keep my Stampin' Dimensionals on the top and on the sides. And this is a really narrow die cut. So I'm going to grab my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Do you guys have the baby Stampin' Dimensionals? I honestly don't use these very often, but they're so perfect for situations like this, where you've got these little tiny spaces that the regular dimensionals are just way too big for. So these are mini Stampin' Dimensionals, and you can get those online too. If you're making out your order for free shipping, what are you going to add to it? We've got, what did we say? Oh, the twine, the snail mail twine, that's 50% off. You definitely got to add that. Oh, and the artistry bloom sequins. That's a must-have. And then all the other awesome things that you want. Like the picture this dies, and the peach sweet. You're just going to want the designer paper and all of it. Okay, there's like, I don't know if you can see, there's kind of an opening here, and there's an opening here and an opening here. And so like these peaches, I think, are supposed to kind of cover that opening a little bit. So just trying to figure out like where they best fit. I think that's good. So 2 of them are going to have dimensionals, and then this one's just going to go on with regular adhesive. And the last thing to finish off this card is going to be some bling. You could absolutely use, oh my gosh, I just love it so much. You could use these artistry bloom sequins again. That would be a really, that would be a good thing. You know, I'm just going to use them because I have them out. And then I'll show you my other sample, because I used the Genial Gems when I was creating earlier. So I've got a little something different. Those are a little more subtle. These are kind of like flashy. So these are the coral ones. There's also some blue ones I think would be really pretty that we saw in some of those swap cards. Okay, there's the artistry blooms. Here is the Genial Gems. And so those are just a little more understated. I also got out for Stamp Club. Some people use the champagne rhinestones or the elegant faceted gems. So here was my inspiration card. I switched up the colors, I switched up the stamps, and here is the final product. I don't know which one I like better, artistry bloom sequins or the Genial Gems. Do you like it a little brighter, or do you like the understated? Leave a comment and let me know which of those that you like. But this is what we made in Stamp Club today. Ooh, zooming in. This is what we made in Stamp Club today. We did the In Symmetry card, and we did the Sweet as a Peach card, and like I said, we also made a third card, which I can't show you yet, but be sure to tune in to Sunday Stamping with Susan and Julie this Sunday, and you can see the third card that we made for Stamp Club and more projects using the Pattern Party Host Designer Paper. This is what I'm talking about. If you place an order today with the free shipping that's over $150, you can choose host rewards. So you get 10% at $150, and then it goes up from there. One of the items that you can choose that is exclusive to hosts is this Pattern Party Designer Paper Pack. It's gigantic. There's 4 sheets each of 12 different patterns, which is 48 sheets. That's like 4 packs of designer paper in one. So this is what I used for the peach card, and definitely tune in so you can see more project ideas on Sunday with that Pattern Party. Mom and I've got some really fun ones to share with you. If you're ordering today, you get free shipping. Don't miss out on this offer. Orders of $50 or more placed in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop will get free shipping today, Thursday, June 24th until 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time. Make sure to note the time zone because it may be different than your own. Use that host code if you want to get a free gift from me when you order $40 or more. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Be sure to come back tonight at 7:10 p.m. I will be live again to do the Great Big Card Swap Showcase. I've got over 100 cards to share with you. You're not going to want to miss this. Until then, have a great afternoon, and I'll see you tonight. Bye.